Hi everyone, Doctors Nicole and Rachel here from Sprout Family Chiropractic on this wonderful Whiteboard Wednesday. Now, moms, dads, anyone who helps care for little ones, whether it be grandpas, aunties, older siblings, this video is for you. As we're headed into fall and kids are going back to school, or maybe they're starting school for the very first time, it's a big transition time for everyone in the family. New routines, responsibilities, and demands are going to be showing up, so we wanted to give you three keys to get your kiddos to sleep. Not only that, but get good quality sleep. And honestly, these keys can be applied to just about anyone. And we know the more exhausted the parent means the shorter the fuse, the less patience for everything else. So we want to help everyone in the family get on track. So let's get started with our first key.
So the very first key is your nighttime routine. And it's actually more straightforward than you might think. It's all about screen time. As more schools, even as young as elementary schools, are using screens to assist in education, homework assignments, and learning, kids now more than ever are sitting in front of a screen for much of the day. Don't get us wrong, we love technology. I mean, that's how we do our Whiteboard Wednesdays and get to talk to you all every week, right? But we know that too much technology can put a lot of stress not only on our eyes, but on our nervous system. What does this mean? Excessive screen time, especially with kids and adolescents, has been linked to worse health outcomes because it can create poor sleep quality and poor stress regulation. We all know that kids who are better rested tend to not only do better academically, but also thrive more socially, and that includes when they are in school. And coming off of summer vacation, that back to school time is really when kids are going through the most changes. They have homework and quizzes to think about now, and a lot of them have extracurricular activities like band or sports or theater after school. It really can be a shock to the system. Think about when you parents take time off from work to go on vacation. You're sipping Mai Tais on the beach or hiking to see a waterfall. You feel relaxed and rejuvenated, but then that first day back to work feels like a whirlwind and it's mentally and physically draining. It is the exact same for kids and back to school time. So the first key to better sleep for your kiddos is to turn off those screens earlier at night, because we know that those lights and stimulus from screens activate your sympathetic nervous system, that gas pedal that we're always talking about. And when you're pressing on the gas pedal at 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m. or later, your nervous system can't activate that parasympathetic rest and digest brake pedal. And it's so critical for your kid, your newborn, your toddler, your teenager, whatever age, to be able to press on that brake pedal at night as they're winding down to sleep, because that part of their nervous system runs sleep quality. It also activates calmness, digestion, growth, recovery, and even their detoxification system, all of which are critical to a smoother transition for them this fall. The second key is really all about what's going in, and equally important, what's not going in. And this isn't new, and we'll talk about a couple things with this second one. Parents of kids we take care of so often tell us that their kids ask for snacks before bed. And here's the second key. We want to limit the sugars, the carbs, the colors, and things like that, because a lot of times they end up waking up earlier, hungrier. What we want to put in is nuts, veggies, and healthy fats. And we know that it can be tricky sometimes. You have to disguise that good stuff. But the more you can do that to give them those hearty foods at night is going to be so key. So things like cashews, macadamia nuts, trail mix, and things like that. And it's all about timing, right? Yes, you may have the other stuff, bread, bars, and things like that. But after, say, 7 p.m., those aren't the things that they should be snacking on. Now, if those things are things that are going in at 7 a.m., they're going to be active all day, they're going to have more time to use it, and in fact, those things might be really useful at 7 a.m. because it provides that initial spark, and the body can actually use those sugars, and movement can be good too. Don't think you have to do anything fancy, just get back to the basics. Your kids are stuck at a desk, even you might be stuck at a desk too, in front of a screen, stuck in the classroom for most of the day. We have to have technology breaks, and in that same time, move. And it doesn't have to be CrossFit or anything intense. Just go outside and move. Have a dance party in your living room, or take advantage of the San Diego evening weather and take a walk outside after dinner for just 10 minutes. Just move. What that movement will do is movement actually calms the brain and gets them ready for bed. So staring at the computer tires you out in terms of frying your sympathetic nervous system, and going from sitting at school to sitting on the couch directly to trying to go to sleep. That cycle doesn't allow your kid's brain and nervous system to let off the gas pedal and move towards that brake pedal.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, if your kid has been stuck in this fight or flight mode for long enough, just doing the things we talked about might not be enough, because their system is so hardwired to be pressing on the gas pedal. No matter how consistent you are with decreasing screen time or getting them to eat more nutrient-dense snacks and going on post-dinner walks, doing all of that might not be enough to combat the stuckness of that gas pedal, or the momentum of always being in that sympathetic state. Those resets aren't always enough to change the momentum towards that rest and digest, better sleep, and more quality sleep state. So if you're telling yourself, okay, these are all well and good, but we've tried them all, then this third key is exactly what you need. And the third one is chiropractic care. It's getting adjusted, and here's why. Your kid's body has an on-off switch, and it goes with the two sides of their nervous system. One side is the gas pedal, and it's called the sympathetic nervous system, and the other side is the brake pedal, called the parasympathetic nervous system. And these are two sides of their nervous system that runs the show for literally everything in your kid's body. And it is common for kids to be sitting on that gas pedal in that sympathetic state to get things done, in that go, go, go state during the school day. And that's okay. We need the sympathetic side to get things done and respond to stresses as they come up. The thing is, your kid's body needs to be able to hit the brake pedal, move over into that parasympathetic side more as they wind down and as they are sleeping. But what can happen is they get stuck on that gas pedal if their routine is off, if they aren't moving, especially with e-learning, they aren't eating right, they're dealing with excessive screen time that we mentioned earlier, so they get stuck on that sympathetic side, which keeps them up, causes interrupted and poor quality sleep. On top of just sleep, being stuck on the gas pedal also prevents their body from recovering, growing, detoxing, and regenerating energy it needs to kick butt in school the next day. And that gets them stuck even more actually on the gas pedal, so it's like a domino effect. And the thing is, if we keep that sympathetic stuck on over many, many months or even many, many years, even if you take the other two tips we give you plus breathing exercises, meditation, magnesium, and all of that, your switch is just stuck. That's what we call subluxation, which just means your nervous system is stuck on the gas pedal. So if we use our hands to kind of describe what's happening, if your kid's nervous system is so wound up, so stressed over a long period of time, their nervous system goes way over here to the sympathetic side. Then it gets to sleep. When it gets to sleeping, there's two lines in the neurological sand it needs to cross. It first has to fall asleep, and the second it has to get into that deep quality sleep. And the big thing is to cross those lines early enough at night, not just to get enough sleep, but to get into that deep, non-rapid eye movement stage, that quality, rejuvenating sleep. We know from research that one, this allows your kids to get enough physical rest, but equally, if not more importantly, two, this allows your kid's brain and nervous system to organize and improve its neural connections. So this is actually bigger than back to school, bigger than better grades. What we find with all of our patients is the little colicky baby, the ADHD sensory child, the teenager with anxiety, they're stuck with too much sympathetics. The pendulum has swung all the way over here, even at rest, so that it becomes their new normal level of functioning, even when they're trying to sleep. So for them, trying to fall asleep takes forever. When we make adjustments, we activate this side, the parasympathetic side, so we can swing the pendulum over here so they can sleep easier. And our patients tell us the adjustments do a lot of things, but the common benefit we hear is we get adjusted, we get better sleep. And the cool thing about that is it's really the precursor to everything. You've been there as a parent, you've had those nights where you got 4 hours of sleep at night, you're going into work, you're not feeling too great, you're grumpy, you're on your 4th cup of coffee, you're just trying to make it through. I mean, we've all been there. It just stacks up. That's why sleep is so important, because it's the precursor to everything. We always ask our patients, what do you want to be best at? What do you want to improve? It's it isn't just about doing these things for the sake of doing them, for the sake of better sleep. It's getting better sleep so that you can continue to be great parents, to give your kids great experiences, and to be able to really just keep up with them.
And if we go with a sports analogy here, we'll use baseball. It's the batting order that matters. With back to school time, a lot of parents are really worried about kids staying healthy as they have more going on. The magic about what we've talked about is your kid getting more and better sleep is that it builds the necessary foundation for your child's immune system, as well as better focus, better performance in school, sports, better emotional regulation, and better energy throughout the day and everything in between. It's the thing we can't pass over. If your child struggles with anxiety, focus, emotions during the day, what's happening at night has everything to do with what's happening during the day and overcoming those challenges. So what we do here at Sprout Family Chiropractic is not at all about the spine and moving bones. It's all about moving the needle from constantly pressing on the gas pedal to being able to press on the brake pedal and allowing your kid's body to unwind, to be more at ease at night. And like we said, not just fall asleep, but have better quality sleep. And that's going to affect everything else when it comes to their health, their behavior, their emotional regulation, energy levels, and more. As always, we hope this Whiteboard Wednesday acts as a reminder for all of the amazing things you've already done with your kids, or it gives you a few new things you can implement to get on track and stay on track with school being back in session. We'd love for you to share this video with anyone who you think would benefit from these 3 keys, and we'll see you guys on the next one.